Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Technology. I love the way no balls are now assessed. My question is, how come we weren't told, and I don't mean like you and me, but I mean like we collectively, that the technology wasn't going to work for the third umpire this week to assess front foot no balls? What it led towards was a period of confusion and slight embarrassment, I think. As we collectively were like, what's going on here? How can Ben Stokes bowl 14 front foot no balls in a spell and have none of them picked up? And we learnt later, it wasn't Paul Wilson's fault in the third umpire's chair. It was because the technology for him to assess no balls wasn't in play. The front line was, again, the responsibility of the central umpire. And we know there's empirical evidence and anecdotal evidence from umpires that they find that an incredibly tough job these days for a host of reasons. And I suppose, Huss, it reinforces why that has become such an important change to the playing conditions in the last 18 months.
Yeah, it is pretty disappointing, I must admit. But, you know, we can't help it if the technology is not working for a particular reason, or the operator of the technology can't get into the country because he lives overseas in time. So there's probably a whole host of things that, have caused this issue. I agree with you. I think I'm sure the teams would have known. The match referee would have informed both teams that this wasn't going to be working in this particular test match. But I agree. I think you need that transparency to the public as well. Let us all know, that it's not working, so you don't create that confusion. So I do agree with you there, and it does put more onus back on the umpires. I think because they've had the technology there of the third umpire checking the no ball for every ball if they need. They haven't had to worry about looking down at the crease and then trying to make a decision. So, it's unfortunate, I must admit, but it's just one of those little things that I guess that has happened in this particular test match. There's not much we can do about it, but the umpires, I guess there's going to be a bit more pressure on them to try and make sure they're watching the crease first and then looking up to make their decision. So it's going to be a tougher job for the umps, but in general, they've done a pretty good job so far. And I don't think we should be too critical, because it is a very, very tough job to do, and a lot of pressure and a lot of scrutiny on the umpires.